This segment brought to you by Kansas Grain Sorghum, growers working together. Find out more at ksgrainsorghum.org.
Cowboys like to eat, and we also complain about the food. In the days of the old cattle drives, of course, there were chuck wagons that went with the cattle herds, and the guy who was chosen as chuck wagon cook, sometimes his only qualification was that he was too stove up to drive cattle, which didn't make for much of a culinary resume. This poem is entitled, This Grub is Out of This World. Now, I hate to be someone to complain, because people who gripe can be quite a pain, but us cowboys are really stuck on the hook because of our awful chuck wagon cook. On this trail drive, he's the only food that we've got, but his grub tastes like your belly will rot. Old Cookie makes coffee as bitter as tar. His beans have a flavor that seemed quite bizarre. His beef is so tough you have to saw on it first, but it's Old Cookie's biscuits that are really the worst. Biting his biscuits will give you a shock. They land in your belly like they were a rock. Whatever his recipe, he ought to adjust, because they taste like a mix of gunpowder and sawdust. We'd give anything for a meal in town, because his biscuits are the toughest thing around. But instead of giving our stomachs abuse, I think I've come up with the perfect use. That feller Jules Verne wrote of going to Mars on some magic ship that could fly to the stars. A ship like that would have to be strong to make a journey so far and so long. So when they go to make that trip, they should use Cookie's biscuits to build the ship. Happy trails.